Benefits of medical marijuana. Medical marijuana refers to using the whole unprocessed marijuana plant to treat a disease or symptom. Medical marijuana is grown pure, so there's no chemicals or anything used on it or any way. It is legal in most parts of America. It can be used to help treat glaucoma, which is it's a condition in the eye where your IOP levels are very high, which can cause blindness. And what medical marijuana does is it lowers those levels, and it helps treat that. Manage epileptic seizures. An epileptic seizure is a brief episode of signs or symptoms due to abnormal excessive activity in the brain. Can help prevent the spread of cancer in the body and reduce the spread of HIV and AIDS. The Institute of Ethics and Emerging Technologies did a study. It relieves arthritis, pain. Pause it. Set, go. The process of marijuana through the body. The Mayo Clinic stated in their August 25, 2006 article, Marijuana as Medicine, when smoked or ingested, the THC and other cannabinoids and marijuana attached to two types of receptors on cells in your body, like keys in a lock, affecting the cells once attached. When marijuana is smoked, its effects begin immediately after the drug enters the brain and last from 1 to 3 hours. If marijuana is consumed in food or drink, the short-term effects begin more slowly, usually in half an hour to an hour, and last as long as 4 hours. Smoking marijuana deposits several times more THC into the blood than does eating or drinking the drug. Pause it. You have to be able to get medical marijuana, you have to qualify. And in website CT.gov, they mention a few ways doctors determine whether or not you qualify to receive marijuana treatment. One of the ways they determine whether or not you qualify is by completing a medical reasonable assessment that determines what diseases you might have that the medical marijuana can treat. So basically, if you have like certain types of cancers, or you suffer from a history of epilepsy and seizures such as that, or you even have glaucoma, in some states they will give you medical marijuana. Medical marijuana versus street marijuana. The difference between medical and street marijuana is street marijuana has like a lot more pesticides, and it's a lot more done to it than just the pure plant. It's injected with pesticides and larger amounts of THC than other chemicals. Street marijuana refers to using a bud of the cannabis plant injected with THC to stimulate systems like increased heart rate, lessened coordination and balance. THC, or tetrahydrocannabinol, is the chemical responsible for most of marijuana's psychological effects. The cannabinoid receptors are concentrated in certain areas of the brain associated with thinking, memory, pleasure, coordination, and time receptions. And this causes the reason why street marijuana is illegal now is because it has excess amount of THC, which stimulates those parts of the brain, which makes it a recreational drug. While the medical marijuana doesn't have extra, it just has what it naturally has. And back to what we talked about before with cancer, THC and other cannabinoids such as CBD slow growth in certain types of cancer cells growing. Well, yeah. And in conclusion, medical marijuana is legal in some states with restrictions applied. Medical marijuana has been a way of curing types of diseases since the late 18th century. Although it is illegal in some states, medical marijuana has its own way of curing diseases that are severe to us humans without long-term effects.